It's really sad to see in this modern day how men and women have started to hate each other a bit and dislike each other and not need each other at all. And it's became very apparent to me in my life, especially seeing people's relationships falling apart, that it's got to a stage now where men and women don't really need each other as much, or they think that they don't need each other as much. If anything, we do need each other. But first of all, I'm going to put it on the man's perspective. I'm not going to put it on the woman's perspective, first of all, because that's what a lot of guys on there do. And they blame the woman, they shame her, and all this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look from the perspective of a guy. A lot of guys dislike women because they're lonely, because they can't get any attention, and because they don't truly like themselves and they expect themselves having to be something out of this world to attract a girl. They expect themselves to have to be making 100K a year, being 6'4", in amazing shape, all this stuff to attract women. Granted, them guys do get stuff, but they don't truly take accountability for that. So they didn't take accountability on their life with this stuff. So they've been dealt certain cards, certain hands in their life, but they're not going to take accountability for it. If anything, they want to hide behind this, saying, "Oh, I can't get her because of this thing. I can't get her because of my height. I can't get her because of the money I'm making," which is absolute bullshit, to be honest with you. It's absolute bullshit to a degree. There's going to be some women who really value that. They value your height, they value your money. They just want a guy who's over 6 foot making loads of money. But the rarity of that is so low. It's so hard to find a guy like that. So hard to find a guy like that. The guys I know like that who are making insane money and they're over 6 foot are cuffed. They got a girl. They got a good girl. So they're not going to be able to find that really and truly. And them guys are just going to pump and dump the ones that want them, essentially, like the girls that want them and just want them for that. They're going to see through it because they've got a lot of success. But a lot of guys put it on that and they start to build a hatred towards women. They start to build an absolute hatred towards girls and think, "Oh, they want this, and that's why they don't want me." But it's not that at all. It's not that at all. A lot of times it's to do with the guy. And this is what I found. When I apply myself, I do a lot better. I'm not 6'4". I'm not making loads of money. I put effort into my physique and build bit of muscle and look decent. And it's helped my life a lot. But I haven't got all this external things like a lot of guys do. Like I say a lot of guys do, not many guys do. Not many guys have that. It's such a low percentage to be around that height and getting that attraction. And a lot of guys who hate women will say this. They'll say these excuses. "Oh, I'm not this height. Oh, I'm not this thing." And blame it on everything other than themselves. Now, there's a situation that you can choose. You can choose either situation. You can choose whether to blame it on the woman, blame it on the girl, and say, "Oh, it's her fault. She wants this. She wants this. She wants this thing." Which obviously girls want certain things. They want a nice life. They want someone who can take care of them, obviously. Or you can take accountability for that situation, understand the cards you're dealt with, and say, "Actually, I need to be better. I need to build myself up to attract the girl I want. I need to put in that area with talking to women. I need to put in that area of understanding girls. All this stuff to be able to build something. I need to put effort into my appearance, into my body. I need to make a bit of money. I need to get a bit of money behind me." They could have that mindset, which actually pushes their life forward and leads to better experiences, better women, better relationships, better friendships, and a overall better experience of life. But you could have the other perspective where you just say, "Actually, I'm going to give up. They want this, they want this, they want this, they want this, but they haven't even tried." And this was apparent when I watched this incel documentary a little bit ago. And he didn't have a single conversation with a girl. Didn't have a single conversation. And then he goes up and talks to him. He's got all this ideology on it, saying, "Oh, yeah, they only want a guy like this." And he's walking by people and saying, "That's a Chad. That's a Chad move. That's a Chad move." Just like, come on, grow up. But he had that mindset, started speaking to women, changed his whole perspective. They're just out at like a bar, just outside bar. Changed his whole perspective. Oh, they're not that scary. Oh, I can actually have a conversation with them. And opened his mind to it. So you got to think when you use these excuses, it doesn't truly help you. It doesn't truly help you at all, which is terrible, to be honest. With these guys, I find it so sad for them. But also, I don't find it sad as well, because that can help us do better in this field, essentially. That can help us. You see it all the time, man. They blame this, they blame their height, they blame this thing. And at the end of the day, this sounds cutthroat as fuck. You've got the card you're dealt with. There's nothing else you can do. You've got the card you're dealt with, and you've got to follow whatever you can to help yourself. You can't change anything. You can't change anything really, apart from your appearance, getting in the gym and all that stuff, and that will up your options an insane amount. But what you can't do, you can't use this shit as an excuse, which I see too many guys do, and it's so saddening, man. It's so saddening, and I just want them to experience a life where they're happier, where they put accountability on themselves instead of a woman. A girl don't need to come into your life, essentially, and this is what it's like nowadays. A girl doesn't really need a man, which is terrible to say, but they don't really need them on a external level. So they don't need them on the financial level now, because there's a lot of girls making a lot of money. Let's say OnlyFans, or let's say even in companies. There's a lot of girls who build up who are intelligent, and they built up a good amount of money behind them. Girls don't need guys as much now, because they're career driven and they're focused, and it has to be like that for them. It has to be like that for them now. It's not the older generation where you could have a guy who provides all the time. There's only certain guys who could provide like that, and then it gives them loads of free time where they can do whatever they want, which is probably a detriment to the relationship when you truly deep it, I feel like, because that gives the girl more time, more options, more time to maybe cheat or whatever. Of course, there's more guys about. She's on her phone all day. She don't have to do so much. Tomaybe just take care of the stuff in the house. It gives her more of an opportunity to cheat and not have as much purpose in her life. And women love purpose. They love working towards stuff as well. I know some girls who say they don't, but also that's the way it has to be now for these women. They have to work towards stuff. They have to work towards their goals. And I empathize with that a bit if they wanted the older style of life, essentially. But the thing is, you need to make yourself into the best version. And this is for the guys, man. It's for the guys. Because I doubt many women will watch this. I get like 0.7% of women who watch my channel. I wonder why. But I doubt many guys are going to watch this. But what I will say, I doubt many women, let's say. I'm not editing this video as well, so all this fucking shit's staying in. But what I will say is, why are the girls so unhappy as well now? Why are the girls so unhappy in their dating life and in this stuff? And the reason is, they have been taught to go towards the best guys. A lot of them has been taught to go towards the best guys. So let's say the height, let's say the money, let's say these things. And a lot of times girls find the same guys attractive. So let's say a guy's over 6 foot, in shape, looks good, can talk to her, can make her laugh. He's got a reputation of getting with a few girls. And subconsciously, some of them like that. And they get with that guy. And then they get played, and he'll have a different girl, and he'll have a different girl. And they get played to the point they start hating them guys. They start hating them guys because they can't hold him down. And quite frankly, it's hard to hold someone down when they got so many options. They say you're only as loyal as your options. So it's quite hard to hold a guy like that down, really, I would say. And it's quite challenging, really, because he could find loads of different girls. Loads of different girls. I could say, like, in my life especially, I'm over average height, about 6'2", and I'm in good shape. So I'm able to attract a lot of different girls. I'm not about 6'4" like these guys, and I'm not making an unbelievable amount of money. But still, I've got quite a few options just off the back of that journey. I can go out and have a lot of things going on, which makes you only loyal as your options. For example, let's say a girl wants to cuff me now, she would have to be very good. And it would have to fit really right, because it's too easy to go out and find another girl. And I can't imagine what it's like for these top tier guys. Imagine you got the money. Imagine you're in that shape, you got that height as well. Imagine the amount of attention you get. It's insane. It's insane, truly. So that's why the women start to dislike the men. And also, you get some creepy fucking men as well. Let's get rid of that part straight away. There's some creepy men. I've heard stories. There was a girl who I used to see, and she was telling me she would literally go on the bus every morning, and there'd be a guy, and he'd go and sit next to her. The bus would be empty, and he'd go out of all the places, sit next to her. She'd be walking, she'd get shit showered at her along the road. She'd be walking along the main road, like, oh, get in my car, oh, you're fit, I like your ass, shit like that. So that's why they start to develop a dislike towards it, of course, because that is their eyes in this situation. That's what's happening in this situation. And there was another girl I was talking to, and she said about 6 out of 10 male interaction she has is negative. 6 out of 10. And of course, that's not a real statistic, but you can understand why they start to dislike men as well, because they're kind of weird. They're kind of crazy. And now, what is the solution? And I'm going to speak to the guys especially, because I doubt many women's watching this, but if they are, I hope I've got your point across and all this stuff, and subscribe. And yeah, man. But what I will say for the guys, what can you do? What can you do to make this the best thing that you can have? What can you do to make this situation positive? What can you do to find a girl you actually like? And it's cliche as fuck. It's cliche as fuck what I'm going to say. I'm quite raw today, but it's because I'm ill as fuck. So I'm straight to the point. But you've got to make yourself into someone you're proud of. And you've got to make yourself desired by women. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? You've got to build that physique. You've got to build yourself so you hold yourself with more confidence. A lot of guys who are not confident in themselves or not that happy in themselves are quite chubby. They don't look at themselves in a good light. Therefore, how are they going to have good interactions with a girl? How are they going to lead her on and make her have a good time? Lead her, make her have a nice time and get on well. They're going to struggle a bit. And also the woman's not going to be as attracted to you as a guy who's in shape. So that's number one. Get in good shape, build that body. Another thing would be take care of yourself. Hygiene. Make sure you get haircuts. Make sure you actually look presentable. Learn how to dress. You got to do these things to help yourself in this area now. Because it's not the same as it was years ago. You can't just be... I'm saying you can't just be, but let's say, for example, in my city, it's a lot of normal guys with different girls and all this stuff. Are a lot of them fulfilled in a relationship? Probably not. Probably not. You can see them, they've settled for less because of comfort and all this stuff. But what I will say is you kind of got to stand out if you want that dream girl that you want. You got to stand out, man. You got to be different. And you got to understand the psychology of this shit. You got to understand the psychology of women. And this is what I found. I found The Way of the Superior Man's a very good book, a very good audio book. You can listen to it online. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. It might be fucking plagiarism or some shit, but you can find it online like I did. Listen to the audio book. I adapted that, certain cycles in that, certain things that it's saying in that, and it absolutely skyrocketed my relationships and understanding the position that I'm in and being more masculine and leading stuff and all that stuff. That's the main takeaway. You got to lead stuff. You got to make it easy for them to fall into your frame, essentially. That's what I found, especially in my life. You got to, oh yeah, we're going to do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. And a lot of times they're up for it because they don't really want to be making decisions. Whereas before, I remember there was 2 girls I dated. I was with one of them before, and I'll be asking her, oh, do you want to go here or do you want to go here? Oh, I don't know anywhere here. Oh, where should we go? Where should we go? I was nervous. So it was one of the first dates I've ever been on. Actually, it was technically the first like dinner date or whatever I've been on. So I was quite nervous. And she just was like, oh, you could see her visibly getting a bit frustrated. No wonder that shit didn't work out. But with the other girl, I started saying, oh yeah, we'll go here, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. Oh yeah, we're going to go here and we're going to go for food. She's like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. I'll go wherever you want. Yeah, just leave me. Just leave me. Make it entertaining, make it a good time, you know? And that's what you got to do, man. You got to understand the psychology of this shit. That's what I found, especially. Also, you got to literally visualize yourself as well in a better position. A lot of guys don't view themselves in a better position. And me, especially with my life, this sounds wishy-washy. This sounds like bollocks, like everyone says. But on a real level, you got to visualize yourself in a better situation. And you got to visualize yourself speaking to a girl. So let's say, for example, you're out. Let's say you see a girl over there. I use this example every time. Let's use a different place this time because I usually use a gym or I usually use a bar. Let's say you're in a library. I don't know why I said library, but fuck it, library. And she's over there and she's reading a book. Visualize yourself having that interaction. You think she's pretty, you think she's attractive. Visualize yourself going up to her, talking to her, having a good time with her, making the interaction work. Visualize yourself kind of getting the number. Getting the number. Visualize yourself speaking to her and holding yourself with confidence. It's crazy, but this stuff helps. I've had it in my life. I've seen girls and I thought, oh, she's out of my league. She's out of my league. She's out of my league. She gives me a few looks. I'll go over, talk to her, get her number, meet over. Or I can get with them then. And it's such a beautiful thing when you think about it. You need that mindset with this as well. This is what I found. You need that mindset. You need that mindset to go towards it and visualize it in a certain way. Also in your life, visualize certain goals. Visualize certain things you want to achieve. It's what I've done a lot. I've visualized certain goals and they slowly start to happen, especially when you put that work in. For example, today, I'm ill. Like, I woke up feeling terrible, absolutely terrible, but I'm still filming. I'm still trying, you know, because I'm working towards a certain goal and I want to achieve more followers, a better channel, all this stuff, you know, all the external bullshit, but also build a better connection with the people who watch me. So that's a beautiful thing. You need to visualize this stuff. Also, you need to better your mental health as well. I've seen too many guys who have shit mental health, and mental health's a hard one. It's a hard one because it's so singular for each person. It's so singular. So you may have different experiences that went wrong, different things that went wrong, and you think, actually, this can't solve it, this can't solve it. But you need to get your mental health in a good place as well. And a lot of times, you striving towards goals and working towards goals and achieving a little bit of success, like I said, going to the gym, building a better body, that opens your mind to being better. That opens your mind to achieving more goals. That opens your mind to yourself. And you think, actually, I'm kind of good. Actually, I'm achieving this. I look a little bit better. I've achieved that lift that I couldn't achieve before. I've built my muscle. I look stronger. I look better. I look a bit leaner. That has an amazing effect on your mind. Don't be neglecting how important it is to have goals in your life. Find what goals will get you up in the morning, essentially. And for example, my goals, let's say, for example, today I'm ill, go gym, definitely go sauna, steam room. I don't know how my workout's going to be in the gym. I'll try. But if it didn't go my way, and if it's not as good as it normally is, which it probably won't be, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Go sauna, go steam room. That's the day. Get some food. Put this video out. Working on this video now. And sort some stuff out later with some clients. So this is a goal to strive for. These are goals that I need to work towards. That gets me up and going towards stuff. Let's say on my day off, for example, I'm off work today. Been at work a lot. But this gets me striving towards stuff. And this gets me up, even though I'm tired, even though my body feels shit, even though I was at work for ages and lifting loads of shit. You know what I mean? You need goals to strive towards. And indirectly, that will attract women into your life. The most times I've got girls in my life is when I'm dedicated towards myself. And I'm not saying that I just sit here and I just sit at home like this and then they come in my life. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, let's say I've got in way better shape. I'm holding myself more confidence. I built something. I holding my money, got my money in my bank, looking better, feeling better, dressing better. And I'll go out. I'll attract loads of different girls based off of that. And that's what I found. It makes a true difference when you do that. And I just want you lot to watch this and understand to not put the blame on women. Not put the blame on women, man. Because they're equally struggling as much we are in this generation, because there's so much pollution with this online shit. They're told all the time, you need to attract a guy like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So subconsciously, that's going to go in their mind. Subconsciously, that's going to go in your mind. And that makes a lot of guys give up and think they can't achieve anything. But the reality is, you can attract a girl you truly want. You can attract a girl you truly want. Are you going to achieve 100K a year? More than likely not. More than likely not, until you're a lot older, probably in your 40s. But are you going to be able to attract the girl you want when you put that effort into yourself and you put that dedication towards yourself and help yourself and benefit yourself? You will be able to. If you put yourself in a good position, better yourself, improve yourself, get in better shape, build a bit of money, hold yourself more confidence, dress more, hold yourself in a certain way, attract them, hold yourself in a higher light, visualize yourself as a guy who can speak to them, have a good interaction. You'll be in an amazing position and you'll be able to attract that relationship that you want. And also learn about different stuff. Learn, keep your mind open, because that's only going to benefit you and help you. And that's going to be true message in this video. Hope you lot got a lot of value. Thank you for the love. Hope this video does well and I hope it helps you. Like, comment and subscribe as well. I never say that shit. I need to start saying that. Thank you. In a bit.